So we've just got down to Robe, here chilling with Nathan. As you can see, it's pretty fucking windy. We just sort of set up here, got the van on the beach, cranking some tunes, and yeah, we're just going to work out where we're going to go this afternoon to get some shots. But yeah, Nathan's just getting some shots at the moment, struggling a little bit with the wind though, so as always, but he's looking pretty fresh, so that's always good. And yeah, we'll check back in later and see where we're at taking photos. Yeah, we've got a couple of different options for sunset, and then hopefully some astrophotography if the weather holds up and there's no clouds in the sky. So yeah, we'll see how we go later. So we got Nathan here, and we're just heading up to some stairs, as you wouldn't believe. Nathan, how do you feel about the stairs?
Well, I think these ones would be a bit better if it actually hit the beach instead of this little grassy patch, but they're still good. So
yeah, we're gonna make something work just because we know Nathan loves his stairs. And yeah, so he's gonna be using the Nikon 28-75 and get a few shots of me either coming down the stairs or at the top of the stairs. I don't know, we're just gonna have a bit of a mess around. It's a little bit less windy up here, so we might be able to get some cool shots. And yeah, we'll chuck them in the video. You just got a couple of shots with me with the 28-75. Now, I'm going to be using Nathan and be shooting on my 135 Sigma. It's a bit of a unique lens for this type of shot, but I'm hoping if I can get far enough back, it's going to create enough depth and a bit of compression, and hopefully bring the stairs, make them pop a little bit out of the photo. I'm not sure if it's going to work or if I've got enough working room, but we're going to give it a shot, and I'll chuck the photo in the video. So Nathan and I have just come down to the obelisk. I don't know if you can see it over there, but we're just going to be shooting some stuff here, so we're just coming to have a look. It's still about 2 hours till sunset, but we're hoping to be able to get some cool shots here at sunset. Maybe get the drone up. It's pretty windy, so I don't know if I'll risk it. Definitely won't get the FPV up, but just might get the Mavic up, get a couple of shots, and yeah, we'll talk it through as we're going. So Nathan's just spotted a seal down here, down in the cove part. So he's just rattling off a couple of shots. I just got a couple of shots on the 85mm. So we're just over here. Nathan's set up his 28-75 here on the tripod. He's just getting some shots here of the water spray. And yeah, what are you hoping to get out of your time lapse, Nathan?
I was just hoping the cloud coverage would actually move a bit more across, but I don't think it is, so yeah, hopefully some cloud movement, but we'll just see how we go as time goes on.
Cool, yeah, we'll, I'm just waiting a little bit longer for the sun to drop, and then try and suss out, hopefully we get a little bit of colour, and yeah, get off some shots. I'm just going over to a different vantage point to get a shot. I'm hoping to be able to use a 10mm Laowa. The only problem with that lens is it's very difficult to get an interesting image being so wide, so you need to be really strategic about how you place the foreground elements. I do have the 10-stop ND filter in my bag, so I might chuck that on. Nathan's staying over there, back over there. He's shooting with the 28-75. So yeah, we'll see what I can get over here. I might have to put the camera on 28-75 on myself to see what I can get, but yeah, we'll get a couple of shots and see how we go. So just out here, the sun's just pretty much set. I ended up using my Sigma 14-24, so the current lens that I'm filming on, to shoot some video stuff there, and then just got some time-lapse photos as well. And I also got the Mavic 2 Pro up. I just thought it was a great opportunity. It's really windy, so I didn't really go very high, but just got a couple of sweeping panning shots and a couple of photos. The color was looking pretty nice, and it's just dropping off now, as you can kind of see in the background. But yeah, it's looking pretty cool. And yeah, I'm gonna go head over and check in with Nathan and see what he's got, and then yeah, we'll see how we go tonight. So Nathan and I are just out here shooting some shots of the van. We're just getting some like star shots with using the van as a foreground. Nothing too crazy. Nathan's shooting on his 20mm 1.8, and I've been shooting on what I'm vlogging on at the moment, which is my 14-24 2.8 Sigma. Yeah, we'll chuck a couple of the photos up. Nathan's going to do a long exposure shot here, and we'll put that up there as well. Cheers. Nathan and I ended up just sleeping in the car and the van last night, and we actually stayed out pretty late and did a fair bit of astrophotography. We went back down to the obelisk, and yeah, Nathan got a cool shot and I just got a couple of photos, nothing too crazy. I'll get Nathan to explain the shot that he got last night. So,
all right, so I decided I wanted to try and get some star trails with the obelisk behind it. So basically framed up my shot with a little bit of foreground, and then basically worked out my exposure and then shot a 35-minute star trail, and it looks absolutely amazing.
Cool, so yeah, we'll chuck that in along with the other van shots and stuff that we got last night that we talked about. And yeah, this morning Nathan's just about to fly his Mavic 2 Pro. He's gonna try and go get a couple of photos of the boat out there. Probably can't see it in the video, but yeah, we'll chuck that in as well so you can have a look and see what it looks like. Pulled over here on the side of the road, and we're just going to try and get a few shots of the eagles. Nathan's got the 70 to 200, and I'm going to try and rattle off a couple with the 200 to 600. I don't know if you can see him up there, maybe if I zoom in on this digitally in the video. But yeah, we'll chuck a few of the photos up and see what we can get, and rattle off a couple of shots. We're going to try and stay here a little bit longer and maybe hope that they come sort of back down on the fence. Nathan's just making himself a because he's the big man.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, I had my 200 to 600 and I put it into APS-C crop on my A1, so I managed to get pretty close. But yeah, I'm going to try and get a couple more, and yeah, we'll chuck them up on screen. We've just been here at the Little Blue Lake here at Mount Gambier. And yeah, just got a couple of photos. Went for a bit of a swim. We both got in the water and used our underwater housings. A couple of guys diving in here, so we took some photos of them. Chucked some of them up on the screen, and Nathan got some video as well, so a bit of both. And then I just got the drone up, but it was pretty much straight away, instant wind warning. Yeah, and for some reason all the sensors were going as well. So my drone's much the same as Nathan's. We're just at, where are we, Nathan?
Umpherson Sinkhole.
Umpherson Sinkhole. So we're just getting ready here. I'm actually gonna see if I can get something on the 360 camera, so the Insta360 I don't know, just try and get something unique, maybe for like a reel or just something to add into this video. But just to show you what it looks like here, just sort of like walk down. This is really cool spot here in Mount Gambier, and kind of like a tropical oasis, if you will. So yeah, we're gonna try and get some shots. I'm gonna use the Laowa 10 to 18 just to try and like get everything that's in the shot. And Nathan's gonna be shooting with his 20mm. So we'll see what we get and we'll check back in later. So we're just here getting a few shots. Nathan's here getting, not sure what he's getting, but I think he's got the 20mm on. I was just shooting with the 10mm on the Sony A1, so hopefully I've got some cool shots there. But yeah, it almost looks like sort of it encloses itself with the 10mm, which actually looks really cool. Yeah, we'll see what the photos turn out like. Just to use a 360 camera there. So the idea of using that was I set it up pretty much in the center, and I was trying to get it so it can be like an interactive 360 photo that you can put on Facebook. It's pretty good lighting in here, so it should come out quite nice. And then yeah, with that shot and the 10mm shot, it should look pretty cool. Interested to see what Nathan gets as well. He's been getting some different compositions. And one of my other shots on my 10mm, I was actually trying to frame it up from here, looking up, and I tried to focus stack, so hopefully everything gets in focus, because I wanted this little flower here in focus, followed all the way up by the trees at the top. So hopefully that comes out nice. So we've just finished up our shoot. Nathan's just here. What sort of shots did you get, Nathan?
So I did a bit of a comparison between the 20mm and the 14 to 30 f4, just in terms of the field of view that both of them get, and then just got some shots with the 28 to 75 as well. So mainly just super wide, but see how we go.
Much like me, I just went super wide. I'm hoping that works with the 360 camera, so it can kind of be like a Facebook post. I haven't really done anything like that before, so you can like sort of interact with the photo, if you will. And we'll see if the 10mm shots work out. If they can stitch a little bit, that would be really cool. If not, they're gonna be fine anyway, because it's really wide. I had to do a lot of HDR shots, just like exposing for the shadows, because it was really bright, so the contrast there was a lot. But yeah, we're gonna go get some food now, and yeah, we'll check back in later. It's a pretty rare opportunity when you can find one photo or one location that sums up Australia. framing up a couple of shots. I'm just in the van to stop the wind noise. But yeah, we're just getting some shots here at the most southern point here in Australia, and sort of just riding the skateboard, and Nathan was doing a bit of walking and stuff. Just trying to frame up the S-bend as you head out to the point. Now what we're going to try and do is get, I want to try and get a couple of drone photos of Nathan just walking down, just from a different perspective. Drone's not going to go very high because it's super windy. And then maybe we'll see how we go. We might get a little clip of me skating down as well. But yeah, hopefully it looks good. What are you setting up, Nathan?
Just getting ready to set up for my sunset shot, but first I've got my cask of water. You've got to stay hydrated when you're out shooting, so just remember that. Key piece of advice.
Unreal. So what we're doing is we're heading over. We've been flying the drone around for a little bit, and now we're going to be setting up both cameras. Well, I'm setting up 2 cameras. Nathan, you're setting up 1 camera? 2 cameras as well, so we're both going to have 2 cameras going, so I'm not going to be vlogging once I set this up. Going to try and find 2 different compositions, one with my Sigma 14-24 and one with my Lauer 10mm, 10-18. So we'll rattle off those shots and leave them on a time lapse, and hopefully we get some amazing shots. We'll put them in the video. Back in the van here, we're just cooking up some 2-minute noodles, so Nathan's just preparing that at the moment. We just popped the roof up on the van, just so we can cook in here because it's so windy out. And yeah, we just finished up shooting sunset at Cape Northumberland, which is the most southern point here in South Australia. So I flew the drone. I got a few shots here on my 14-24 Sigma, and my Lauer 10mm is actually still shooting a time lapse. So this will be, I haven't ever really shot a sunset to sort of nightscape time lapse, so I'm kind of giving it a shot just while we're cooking here. So it's still running, so I got to go get my camera after. But I think we got some amazing shots. Even just the iPhone photos were amazing. The color in the sky was brilliant. Yeah, and I'll let you know how we go. I'll pass it on to Nathan so he can tell you how he went.
So I think I went alright. I was shooting with the 20mm just because I'm trying to capture whole images with that lens. It's a lens I don't really use a great deal, so I had that on there, which I shot a time lapse shooting quite wide. I think it turned out alright. It depends on the light. I have to have a look at it a bit later. And then I was running around and shooting with the 28-75 and just blown away by the light. It was absolutely incredible, and I'm getting all emotional. I was saying to Jake before that I get really emotional with sunsets like this, so yeah, definitely feeling it right now.
Unreal. Yeah, sorry about the lighting for this little vlog part. We're just using a couple of really dim lights in here, but you know, you get the gist. And yeah, we'll put some of the photos up. We are just finishing up here, finished packing up. Took the little FPV drone out for a quick fly this morning because the wind had died down. Still pretty windy, but I've got a couple of cool shots, I think, so hopefully they look good.